"Tell me to go, Olivia," he said, his voice low. "If you want me to leave, I will." I looked at him, my breath shaky. I should have said it. I should have told him to leave, but I didn't. Instead, I just stood there, unable to break the silence. The pull between us was too strong. "My name is Olivia, and this is something I've never shared with anyone. I'm 23 now, and what began as simple curiosity has become something far deeper, something I can't seem to go a night without. It's not an unhealthy habit, at least I don't think it is, but it has become a constant, like a quiet ritual I can't ignore. It all started when I was 19. I was feeling lonely, curious, unsure of what I was searching for. One day, I came across something that gave me comfort, a way to relax that I didn't know I needed. It was harmless, at least that's what I told myself. But over time, it became something I couldn't do without. It's not about addiction. It's a routine, something to help me unwind, but it's become so much more. The ritual became sacred to me. Soft music, dim lighting, no distractions. Just me and the moment. I built a world around it, a private space where I could relax and escape from everything. I kept it secret, just for myself. It was my secret world, a place where I could find solace in a way no one else would understand. But then everything changed. My mother met Thomas. At first, I thought it was just another one of her fleeting relationships. She had met him online, and within a few weeks, he was sitting in our living room, drinking tea from our mugs, acting like he belonged. He was older than I imagined, with a rugged look that made me uncomfortable. He was tall, with a strong, broad build and a calm confidence that seemed to fill the room. I wasn't sure how I felt about him. I didn't want a stranger taking up space in our home, especially not someone who would be around all the time. But then I saw him, really saw him. He was different from what I expected. He wasn't just another man in my mother's life, he was someone who commanded attention. And something about him, something in the way he carried himself, made me uneasy in the most unexpected way. I wasn't the type to be drawn to people like Thomas, but there was something about him, something I couldn't quite understand. The way he moved through the house, his deep voice, his presence, it left an impression on me. I couldn't help but notice the way his muscles flexed as he worked out in the garage, or the quiet strength in the way he spoke. At first, I tried to ignore it, but the more I saw him, the more I became aware of him. It wasn't like I wanted anything from him. It was just that I couldn't stop noticing how his presence seemed to pull me in. Even when I tried to push those thoughts aside, they kept creeping back. His presence lingered in the back of my mind, even when I was supposed to be focusing on other things. And as I lay in bed at night, trying to sleep, I couldn't help but wonder what it would be like to be in his space, to experience the same calm authority he seemed to possess. It was late one evening when it happened. I was in my room, just finishing my nightly ritual. It had become something of a habit now, a personal way to wind down. The soft music played in the background, the room was dark, and everything felt calm. But this time, my mind wandered to him, Thomas. I tried to shake the thought away, but it clung to me. And then, I found myself whispering his name. Before I realized what I was doing, I opened my eyes, and there he was, standing in my doorway. I froze. The weight of the situation hit me all at once, but I didn't look away. Something in me wanted him to stay, wanted to see what would happen next. He didn't speak at first, just watched me with an intensity one hadn't expected. The room felt charged, heavy with something unspoken. I should have turned away, pretended nothing was happening, but I couldn't. I didn't want to. I was too aware of his presence, the way his eyes were on me. I felt exposed, but not ashamed. It was something deeper, something that felt almost forbidden. He stood there in silence, the tension between us palpable. I didn't know what to say. My body was tense, my heart was racing. This was wrong, I knew that. I could feel the pull of everything I wanted to avoid, but there was another part of me that didn't want to stop. I wasn't sure what to do. I wasn't sure if I wanted him to stay or leave. Tell me to go, Olivia, he said, his voice low. If you want me to leave, I will. I looked at him, my breath shaky. I should have said it. I should have told him to leave, but I didn't. Instead, I just stood there, unable to break the silence. The pull between us was too strong. I don't want you to go, I whispered. His expression changed then. There was a shift in his eyes, something that mirrored what I felt. The air between us was charged, and the moment stretched longer than I thought possible. But I didn't stop. I couldn't. In the quiet of the room, Thomas moved closer. I could feel the heat radiating off of him. I should have been scared. I should have pulled away. But instead, I found myself moving closer too. My body betrayed me, responding to his proximity in ways I couldn't control. He didn't touch me, not yet. He just watched me, his gaze intense. I could feel the weight of his presence, his every movement sending electricity through me. Are you sure? He asked, his voice soft, almost a whisper. I didn't hesitate. Yes, I said, my voice barely audible. With that, everything shifted. The tension, the uncertainty, everything seemed to fall away as he moved closer. The world outside seemed distant, like nothing else mattered but the moment between us. The next few days were strange. Things weren't spoken aloud, but the tension between us was undeniable. Every glance, every touch, every moment we shared felt different. I couldn't pretend that things hadn't changed between us. But neither of us acknowledged it directly. We just found our way around the house, stealing moments when no one was watching, understanding each other in ways words could never express. I didn't know how long this could last. How long we could keep sneaking around, keeping our secret. But one thing was certain, things had changed. And for better or worse, we had crossed a line we could never uncross. I didn't know where we were headed. I didn't know how long we could keep living in the silence of our secret. But I couldn't deny what I felt. The chemistry, the pull, the dangerous allure, it was all there. Every time he walked past me, every time our eyes met across the room, I felt the weight of what we had started. And I knew, deep down, it was only a matter of time before it became impossible to ignore. But for now, I would hold on to the quiet moments, the stolen glances, and the way the air between us felt like it could ignite at any moment.